Charges of raping and murdering 26-year-old nurse Anita Covey.
The true story of an unspeakable crime.
One word: guilty.
Finally told. The world premiere. Crime Investigation Australia. The Anita Covey murder. This September. Only on CI.
Was the fact that I couldn't play football anymore. That's about the worst thing you could imagine.
The 40 years I've been in football is probably one of the 2 or 3 real tragedies that the game has produced for me.
Going into that grand final, the resolve of the Carlton players was such, I knew we wouldn't lose.
Do you think Peter Motley's a lucky man?
Yes, I am. Just enjoying life. I was lucky I wasn't dead.
What will the approach be, do you think, boys, in going over this last term?
Well, I just think from the Cats' point of view, they've just got to maintain what they did in that second half of the third quarter. They started to fight for the footy. They held the ball inside their forward line, started to carry the ball through the corridor as well, and they just need to maintain their intensity at the football.
And J-Mar on the ruck because Jeff White is on the bench. We'll check with Andrew Maher in a moment if there's anything wrong with Jeff White, but Neil Danaher certainly putting the gauntlet down to Mark J-Mar as we start this last term from Skilled Stadium.
Otten's so wonderful in the third quarter, gets it down. Bartel dragged free, but kept his composure. Rook, Corey, and shares it with David Johnson. High towards half forward. Prismal. Was he held? No, said the umpire. Well done by Hunt. Feeds the handball into the path of Ablett. Bartram hot in pursuit. Ablett keeps his feet. Finds the footy. Prismal followed it up. Off to Chapman. Chapman searching for a way forward from 50. Tries to bring it back. It'll land in the goal square. Scarlett almost, but not quite. So through 4, 1 behind. So the margin back to 8 points. And they haven't been that close, Geelong, since the opening 4 or 5 minutes of the match.
Would you persist with Scarlett up forward, Steve?
I think so. But they made the move in that third quarter.
Yep.
They've got to win the footy game, and it's worked for them.
Well, Travis Johnston not spooked. Well, he was spooked a little, but he kept his head. That'll
perceived pressure.
Yep. But he gets away with a quick clearance in the end because he finds Cameron Bruce, but an extra behind to the Cats could be handy. The margin is now 7. That's dangerous ball. Beautifully read by Corey Enright. Pickett put the head down.
Gee, see, you called it perfectly. He ducked his head. Should not have been a free kick.
Stuart Wen, the umpire that time, as Pickett sets it up. And Melbourne showing no fear. He has to go back behind the mark. Got to get that right at centre-half back.
Scarlett.
He's away, isn't he? He's loose. Did not good connection, but Scarlett had time to get there. He had Nathan Ablett to go to by hand. Didn't want to do that because Hunt was providing another one up the ground. Now it's Bartel swinging into the middle to Joel Corey, and it is open for them. Steve Johnson. The Demons have got numbers back inside the 50. Ablett, he has gone up a notch or two in this last half. He's needed to. The kick half run down. Well done, Prismal. Brave stuff in amongst a lot of Melbourne players. Off the left, it wasn't a great clearance from McLean. Ablett again doing some good hard work, allowing Harley and Milburn and Ling to set up another opportunity. This is Josh Hunt off the left. Scarlett comes. He came hard, but you can see that they're all Melbourne at ground level. McDonald and finds Byron Pickett.
Back to McDonald. Play on Lecoy, sweeps the handball inside the centre square to Robertson, who's away. One bounce, runs to 50. Driving kick goalward. It's offline through 4, 1 behind. So couldn't quite finish there, Russell Robertson. As soon as he got the footy, he only had one thing on his mind. Cats bring it in. Melbourne, Ling. Loose player out wide. Here's Rook. Half back. Kicks it low, too low. Chapman now with a task on Daniel Ward. Was he held? Had to be a free kick, not paid. Rook squeezes the kick towards Nathan Ablett. It had to be clean with his hands and was. He's got support backwards. Bartel, Corey, kicks inside attacking 50. Steve Johnson, well done by Bell. Read it off the boot and takes a good mark inside defensive 50.
That was slashing play by Bell. Suddenly the pressure was growing there on Byron Pickett as well. He's done a nice job to get it to Cameron Bruce. Quickly back to Johnston. Oh, Green's away. He leaves the rest behind. Uze, it's an up and under one. Sort of ball that Robertson normally likes. He's on the ground. Miller was there as well, but it's all Cats. And this is Lonergan, who's growing with confidence. Both he and Nathan Ablett have really shown something. Lonergan again receiving from Enright. Doesn't see much through the middle. That's well spotted though. Rook gets away from Pickett. A lot of tired bodies out there. Not much movement when he looked up. Swishes into the middle. Gary Ablett, can he hit Scarlett? No, not at all. And it's Bartram again, leading Ling to the footy. And away to Travis Johnston, who's had plenty of work to do in this last quarter so far. Wasn't a perfect disposal, but McLean makes it look pretty good, and Godfrey gets it away.
High towards the wing, Enright going back, and behind him, good mark taken by Lonergan. Again, Melbourne, Enright, now Corey. Trying to spot up an option. Oh, Bartel finds it eventually. Back to Enright, 60 from goal, chips it short. Steve Johnson on the lead. The kick, I don't know about the 15 metres there.
I think the kick travelled 15 metres, but this game's there to be won. They're getting the ball inside their forward line. They've got some run, and their forwards just need to keep presenting, working for each other. Steve Johnson, a good kick a goal.
We'll get down to Andy Marr shortly just to talk about this win, because I reckon it's turned around since early on in the game. But Johnson from 45 kicks it. Contest in the goal square. Otten's up high, couldn't quite take it. Rushed behind. Margin back to 7 points. Andy, what about that win down there? Has it changed around from the opening quarter?
I reckon it has, Chris. I reckon it's just stopped playing any sort of factor in the match at all right now, I reckon.
Certainly got colder. Good grab in the middle, Bartel. Geelong going again. Nathan Ablett sets it up for the square. Scarlett didn't know to come, and Chapman's gone back the wrong way. Not able to watch the footy, giving away the free kick.
And Jeff White back on the ground, Hutto. Just part of a rotation with Joe Maher that start of the fourth quarter.
Holland, who had good position yet, good decision.
And Scarlett up forward. I like him up there, but I reckon he shouldn't be on the last line. I reckon he's got to almost play like a centre-half forward.
One thing he will do is chase and harass, and he does that for a living. Carroll out to the wing. Ablett, he has been inspired in this half. The adrenaline pumping as Gary Ablett storms towards goal. Chapman, again, the finish just not quite there. This Melbourne defence is under a fierce pressure at the moment. They're standing up pretty well. Bell was great. Johnston just basically stagnant at half back. Getting lots of it. No free pay. Oh, it's a tough game, and there's some debris left in the wake. There's a Geelong player down.
Lonergan, great courage. Wonderful courage.
Green, he's got Uze away in the pocket. He got away. And that may, I'm trying to work out whose man that was, but they were left one short. You can see why. Lonergan just
no fear there.
Well, Adam Uze taking a long time over this shot, and it's not surprising. It is a vital, vital shot, but I think is he going to be made to wait or not? He's not. Lonergan in the hands of the trainers, but Adam Uze, has he got the golden boot on? Oh, it's clapped off. There was no doubt about that. Big one for the D's. Big kick from Adam Uze, his third of the afternoon. Just a little bit of breathing space that Melbourne needed.
So Lonergan coming from the ground. Gee, it was a heavy knock. 7-3 inside 50s this quarter in favour of Geelong, but Melbourne have kicked their first goal, the first goal of the final quarter, through Adam Uze, their first goal since the 11-minute mark of the third quarter. So almost a quarter between goals. Lonergan taking a long time to get off the ground. Needs to get off if he can a little more quickly. Hunt on. From the bounce, Stephen King eventually shovels it free. Bartel, Corey, Chapman slipped over, was taken high, and will get the free kick. Perhaps a little unlucky there, James McDonald, because Chapman slipped. Ordinarily, the tackle would have been a beauty. leading tackler in the competition, James McDonald. He's had a fantastic year for Melbourne. Paul Chapman drives it long and hard towards Ablett. Ball bounces just inside, so a boundary throw in at right half forward for the Cats. Margin 13 points. Geelong need to respond quickly. Trying to get back this ascendancy. Bell crashes through the Chapman tackle. Jams it on the boot, kicks it very high. Cameron Ling's got to wait underneath this and does it.
Well done.
With great skill and courage. Kicks out wide. King over the top. Wide, a great mark as well to respond for Melbourne. And he's got it at half back for the D's.
He has, and he's in no real hurry, waiting for his teammates to come from behind, give him some support. Ward. Oh, beautifully judged again. He's become a specialist, David Johnson, at doing that. And he knows this time not to get caught playing on. Although he did play on again, and he did get in a bit of trouble, and it hasn't worked out all that well. Daniel Bell.
Ooh.
Chapman. Maybe just a little warning there from Stuart Wynn. Aaron Davies been relatively quiet since quarter time. Blistering opening. 19 possessions for the day, though. Certainly played his part. Oh, nudge paid against King. Seems a bit flummoxed with it all.
Can't you just have two ruckmen try and jostle and test the strength on the boundary throw, Steve?
Well, I don't think there was much in that.
Uze, the pace of the game just slowing for a moment. Now it goes forward again through Carroll. Rivers is intruding on the forward line, and he's 60 from goal. Sets it to full forward. Green's coming. Robertson's down there. Harley. Green still lurking, but well done, Ling. Milburn, he's always got the option behind him to concede. Doesn't want to, maybe he should have. Rivers on Ablett. Bartel, McDonald, well done, Steve Johnson. Created the path, and now backs up. How will he use it? Because
he's got no one to go to, Hutto.
He needs to, well, he bought it in. Low percentage for Ablett. Was always going to be hard. Well done, Uze. Carroll. Not a great kick, and Ling with the spike.
Steve Johnson free.
Hunt sees him. Oh, Steve Johnson inside 50. The Cats' chance is alive. He didn't kick it well, but he did kick a goal.
And all set up by Cameron Ling. Great effort there to get his fist to the footy. Propels the attack from half-back line. And Steve Johnson on the run. He's kicked a couple of floaters today. This is the next squeezes it through. Well done, Cats.
Third goal to Steve Johnson, and the margin's cut back to 7 points. Neil Danaher wondering.
Geelong with the last 6 centre breaks.
So Otten's back on the ground against White. He wins it down towards Ling, but he couldn't control it. Jones paddles. Still got it, Jones. Shovels it out. Crowd call a throw. Bruce, good little handball over the top to McDonald. Can't find the handle, though. Pressure from Bartel. In fact, he got cleaned up by his own teammate, Bartram, there, I reckon. Ball spills out. Tenace needs to attack it and does. Ottens. Chapman. Whoa, got cleaned up. Davey, oh, don't know that he went it that hard, Darren Davey. Corey pulled off the ball by Davey, and the umpire calls for it. We'll get a bounce between wing and half forward. Paul Chapman put down, but no relayed free kick there.
Cats have got a free man around this stoppage. Rivers the free man in the defensive half for the Demons.
Oh, this has been wonderful in the ruck. Chapman drills it short. Nathan Ablett, oh, strong attempt, not paid. Out towards Prismal. Can he pick it up? Snaps it back to the top of the goal square. Bartel outnumbered. He gathers it. Brilliant handball. Steve Johnson will kick a goal for the Cats. Margin 1 point. Johnson's kick 4. And we have a 1-point ball game. Geelong have kicked 7 of the last 8 to satisfy the wishes of Anthony Hudson.
And Ablett has given him something up forward. Great kick there by Prismal. And the contest by Bartel, 2-on-1, to get the ball over to Steve Johnson. 2 in a row to Steve Johnson.
7 of the last 8 goals. Crowd stunned by this turnaround in the game. 1 point the difference. They trailed by 38 at one stage. 11 minutes into the third quarter and Geelong seemed doomed. The Demons playing for a top 4 place. Need to get a wriggle on out of the middle. Bartram not going anywhere at this stage.
Another clearance for the Cats.
Enright. Nathan Ablett's coming again. He doesn't go it at that time. Great hard work though. Quick kick from Gary Ablett. That man again. Steve Johnson. Oh, he did enough. Is it a free? It's not. Geelong are in front. The fullback Matthew Scarlett puts them in front. Was that a free kick or not?
No. They attacked the ball. Great stuff from Holland. Great stuff here from Johnson. They just went hard at the footy.
Holland left the ball behind and paid the consequence. Great little kick there by Gary Ablett. Well, put your head over the ball.
Surely it was contact to the head. Anyway.
Geelong in front for the first time this afternoon. Steve Johnson creating another goal for that man, Matthew Scarlett. Big hit, big collision between Steve Johnson and Ben Holland. Back in the centre, Geelong incredibly in front. They've kicked 8 of the last 9 goals. Oh, great courage that from Bartel. Didn't earn a free kick. Rook puts his head over the ball, as does Godfrey. David Johnson fighting, needs to get it out. Oh, be careful, be careful. Umpire calls for it. This has been an amazing comeback. We witnessed a great game last week with the Dogs coming back after trailing by 31 points against Adelaide. But for Geelong to resurrect where they were early in the third quarter has been quite remarkable. Brad Otten's fighting hard at ground level. Umpire letting it go.
Quick look at what's on the line for the Cats. We know it's the position number 8. They'll need the Bulldogs to lose next week. They need to win today and beat Hawthorn and then get more percentage. We should talk about Melbourne in a moment though, Sauce, and what Neil Danaher should be doing. In the meantime, it's Bartel, it's Enright, it's Chapman, it's Egan. They're all in it, the Cats. They're all in it together. They've come from behind. Milburn, he's got Johnson away again. Oh, he's turning it on. Steve Johnson, you just about think he might kick a goal the way he's going. He turns himself in and out of knots. Tried for a little bit too much. He still might be able to have another crack at it. No, it's Davey and the Demons for McLean, and that could be a crucial one. Melbourne now trailing by 5. Had the spare man. Bruce better watch out. Oh, he handled to no one in particular, but McLean was able to read it well. Still a dangerous ball for the Cats, and Hunt sees it safely over the line.
Melbourne sensational. 3-on-1 basically. This is the error by Steve Johnson. Stays to ground, needed to get back up quickly. Make a mistake, try and rectify it.
Demons trailing by 5 points. Deep into attack, Jamar, ball to the back. Ottens, oh, dubious looking handball. Harley tries to get it clear, can't bounce 30 metres from Melbourne's goal.
There's the top end of the deal for the ladder. Melbourne, as we said, trying to get that number 3 spot back in the top 4 with a tough game next week against Adelaide. It's on the line for them as well.
Travis Johnston, Hunt, handball, kept his head well there, off to Links. Melbourne wobbles a torpedo towards a vacant wing position. Up comes Nathan Ablett. Look out, collision. Well done, Sylvia. Kept his eye on the ball. Oh, Carroll overruns it. Allows Tenace in. He's away, the racehorse. Tenace from 50. Kicks it short. Steve Johnson. Can he be clean with his hands? No. Couple of little fumbles. Stays over the footy. Well done. Great stuff. That from Bartram. Got it out to Ward. And off to Sylvia. So Melbourne out of trouble. Kick out wide is marked by McLean. Oh, gee, some treatment there from Rook. Is that 50? No. So Rook just running off the mark just to create some doubt in McLean's mind, but he kicks in the middle of the ground.
He does. Bell's there, but so is Ablett. Who's going to win it at ground level? It's Miller who lends a hand. Took them on. Crowd wanted a free. Well done, Egan. Cats inspired at the moment. Nothing can stop them. Chapman to Ablett. Gary Ablett,
Tired
shanked
kick,
it.
wasn't it?
He's exhausted. Doesn't score.
He's exhausted. 2 or 3 efforts there, and then had to try and run and carry the football and finish it off with a goal.
And Steve Johnson is that spent. He just stood 30 metres from goal and just had his arm up. Kick for goal. I can't go for it. Deals a great chase from Brad Miller as well.
Still a long time to go. 7 minutes. And Geelong's lead is slender at best. Nathan Ablett doing the ruck work. Lots of demons there. Steve Johnson trying for another miracle. Bartram, still Johnson goes. The old handy point takes it to a 1-goal lead for the Cats. This drama has come from absolutely nowhere. It was a ho-hum, very solid Melbourne performance, and just from absolute nowhere, the Cats have turned it around.
Bartram to Jamar. Kick was okay. Inside to Bell. What can Melbourne do here? Bell's a good kick onto the chest of Pickett. He kicks it out wide. A couple of runners, Godfrey and also Sylvia. Rook did very well, but he gave away the free kick in the process.
Paid the mark.
Okay, so Godfrey to take it, 70 from goal.
Steve Johnson off the ground, exhausted.
Godfrey kicks into the pocket. Out comes Robertson. Great fist from Harley. Much to the delight of Geelong fans. Great test this for Melbourne, Steve, because they are grand final aspirants, premiership aspirants, and this is a real challenge for them. Boundary throw in at half forward. Jamar and King. Ineffective ruck play. Corey somehow did it superbly. Off to Enright. Kick around the body. Prisma was held. No free kick. The umpire put the whistle to mouth. Didn't blow it. McLean. Bell. Now Ward. They share it around. And trying to be patient here, Melbourne. Retain possession. Carroll over the top. McLean. Kicks it short to Pickett. Still inside the centre square, though. Under 6 minutes left. We'll get the 5-minute warning pretty shortly. Pickett line. Loads up with a spiral to the goal square. Jamar not quite. Egan did well. Enright forced to kick it quickly. Is it out on the full? Yes. Free kick to Melbourne between wing and half forward.
So just over 5 minutes remaining for the Demons. They need someone to stand up. Robertson and Uze have been quelled after being so deadly dangerous earlier. Jamar wanted it, didn't he, all the way? Just got the yard in front of King. And now he has to kick the goal to try and level things up.
And we just really slow to respond there.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
So, Jamar. For the season, Mark Jamar, 8 goals, 2. So not a complete stranger.
7-2 from set shots.
To kicking goals. This one to test him, but boy, he loves it. Oh. Fierce opposition from the crowd, but a goal. Scores level. Well done, Mark Jamar. It's about wanting the footy now. And he did more than anyone else.
So Mark Jamar responds for Melbourne. Scores a level. An intriguing final 5 minutes we've got. We're into the final 5 minutes. And Stephen King will do battle with Mark Jamar. Perfect bounce from umpire Ellis. Jamar gets it down. McDonald fighting hard, hands and knees. Corey tries to get it clear, can't. Ling's got it. Handballs in hope, straight to Pickett. Kicks it very high towards half forward. Out comes Uze, can't take the mark. Great stuff from Bartel. Ball knocked forward. Out comes Hunt. Was able to get it clear. King, Budzinski, Corey. Geelong into attack. Corey, a wobbly old kick towards half forward. Now, something's happened back off the ball here. It's a Geelong free kick. It'll come back to Wojcinski.
How can he do that?
Well,
it has to be downfield, doesn't it?
Well, it should be where
the ball is. Anyway, we'll see here.
Well, it just depends when the infringement took place. Well, he said it before he kicked it was when the infringement took place. Hunt's penetrating kick towards Bartel. Little fumble, allows McDonald in. Bartel soccers off the ground. Coming to meet it, well played Rivers in front of Kingsley. Need to be able to react quickly in these situations. McLean's kick wasn't great. Rook made it a real contest, but he's outnumbered. Bruce to Green. Green long towards half-field. Hunt needs to go here, and he does. Fist it over the line. Boundary throw and half-forward for Melbourne.
Draw's not enough for Geelong in terms of the 8. And probably not enough for it'll help Melbourne. But they need a win. Conventional wisdom is top 4 is the place that you can really mount a premiership challenge from. Byron Pickett, one of the danger men, off the ground. We can see Jeff White is back in the ruck.
Steve Johnson back on for the Cats.
Godfrey, not normally a goal kicker. Uze can produce some amazing results. Well done, Harley. Wins the joust that time with Russell Robertson, but it's still on. Green, he just bangs it, just bashes it back in there. Who's going to stand up and take it now? It's tough and it's rugged in there. Corey. Oh, off the ground, Uze. A point the umpire almost went over. It's all happening.
Will that be enough for Melbourne? Hunt. Got Chapman on the wing.
Oh, he's
pushed out. And gets the free kick from umpire Ellis, who's squaring up the ledger. Chapman on the wing. Still plenty of time. Prismal runs for him.
Melbourne back in front, though. So now the onus is on the Cats.
Prismal on the wing, just wanting something. No one presents, so it goes back to Hunt. Hunt can play on. Needs to find a target inside attacking 50. He does. Bartel, 48 from goal. Don't think he can make the distance from there. Kicks it short. Oh, this is drifted into attacking 50 and is marked 40 from goal. So, wonderful opportunity here for Geelong as we tick through 26 minutes. The 5-minute warning came at 21:53. So there's still 3 or 4 minutes left, you would think. But this, a critical kick for Brad Ottens as the shot clock counts down. He'll be okay. Brad Ottens from 45 metres. Drop punt on its way. He's missed to the left, but he's levelled the ledger. It's all tied up here at Skills Stadium, 94 apiece.
Oh, a grandstand finish. Ben Holland told, as we look at the quarter times, 7 goals, 8 goals and 8 goals. We'll just check how many goals have been in this quarter.
Just 5.
5, so might be shorter than that. Approaching the 27-minute mark. And it's all tied up. Cameron Ling's down just at the middle of the top of your screen there. Ottens again does well to get in the thick of it. Corey Enright in his 100th. A little bit too proppy over the top. Was trying to find Ling, who's, I think, making his way off towards the edge. Oh, Ward was courageous there. Prepared to back himself. Keeps on going. Over to Cameron Bruce. He's told to go as well. Long towards full forward. Robertson from the side. Uze flying. Jamar in amongst it. Standing his ground. Milburn takes them on. Over to Hunt. A few nervous moments. Hunt regains it. And the Cats, with the scores level, have the ball at half-back as David Johnson goes for his lookalike.
Paul Chapman marks in space on centre wing. Closed down, so no chance there to play on. Testing time this for players. Steve Johnson.
Got to move it.
Tries to get around his immediate opponent and does successfully. Kicks inside attacking 50. Ottens palms it down towards Steve Johnson. Boundary line too close. Boundary throw in at half forward. Between half forward and wing, in fact, for the Cats. 28.
Cats have got the spare man around this stoppage.
Very open forward line here for Geelong. Boundary throw in. Not long left. Dalton's brilliantly down to Chapman, who crashes through, kicks it inside, attacking 50. Ball bounces in space. They just need it behind. Scarlett will soccer. Can't get there. And brilliantly done by Ward. Does he kick it out of the full? No, he keeps it in. James McDonald. Melbourne a chance here. Melbourne might steal this match. Handball over the top to Bell. McLean, it's over the line. Boundary throw in between wing and half forward for the Cats.
Oh, the tension. It is unbelievable. McLean over the line. The scores are level. Fairly open in the forward line. It's congested. It's a melting pot at half forward. Enright to give the Cats a chance to run onto it. Miller better watch out.
Great
He did.
pick up, Miller.
He rode it well. Carroll, McDonald. Will either team be able to break it and score? Someone just has to score. It's in good hands. Wojcinski looking for a mark. Oh, couldn't get it. Bartel was there. Here's a chance. Scarlett, it's long. It won't make it. Oh, forward.
It's all over.
No score. It's a draw. Cats are out of the finals race. A draw. Unbelievable finish. Anti-climax for both sides and for the crowd. Geelong are out of the finals race. Here's the last seconds.
A second away.
Yep, a second away, and the first draw since round 2 of 1911 between these two clubs.
Why didn't they have the timekeepers from Launceston? Geelong would have won.
They've got to hand it to the Cats. They came back. They were down by 38 points, 11 minutes into the second term. Let's get down to Andy Marr.
Thanks very much, Chriso. Amazing scenes down here. How does it feel?
Obviously no feeling for Jeff White at all. And that sums it up in a way, doesn't it? It's just you don't know how to feel in a draw.
Well, it's a disastrous day for probably both clubs. I mean, Melbourne wouldn't be happy with a draw. It really does them no favours whatsoever, considering they're going for the top 4 spot. And the Cats, well, they were super after half-time. And
they kicked 8 of the last 10 goals, Steve.
And why, if they could just go back and have a look at the tape and see the difference in intensity, the way they took the ball, held the ball in their forward line, it was just like two different teams, and a second away from snatching this game.
Well, we're all a bit shocked, a bit stunned about that result, because it was a gripping final few moments, and Corey Enright, when he burst out through the centre.
Let's go to Andrew Marr again.
Yeah, let's hope we're geared. We're alive now. How does it feel, mate? You've had an extra couple of seconds to think about it.
Yeah, mixed feelings. You know, we had opportunity down there in the last minute or so, and so did they. So we controlled the match from majority of the time, and they come back in the third quarter, which they just got to run on. We just couldn't slow the tempo down. But yeah, it's mixed feelings at the moment.
How does it go from a game when you're appearing to be in such total control, like you did for 2.5 quarters, to what we saw in the last 40 minutes of that game? Well, how does it actually happen?
Yeah, I don't know. We try to slow it down and we try to get control of the ball. They won the contested ball. That was as simple as that. And we couldn't get our hands on it. And they got the momentum. The crowd was behind them. And yeah, it's just mixed emotions at the moment.
I guess the result doesn't hurt you, blokes. It destroys them in terms of their hopes of playing finals footy. But for you, it puts you back where you need to be for the time being.
Yeah, it does. Well, it makes next week even more important. We come here to take the 4 points. Got 2 points, but a bit of a shame.
Well, sort of commiserations and sort of congratulations. Thanks for spending some time with us. Back to you, boys.
Thanks, Andrew. Season over for Geelong. Got one more match against Hawthorn, but as far as the finals go, the season is over, and it really was a strange old way to put the full stop on Geelong's season, which has been disappointing to say the least. But the Demons, of course, have got Adelaide next week, so they can still make the top 4 if they can do the job against the Adelaide Crows. What a finish, what a scoreline. Nothing between them at the end of the day. A big Saturday afternoon of footy.
Every round, there's one quarter of football that you simply have to witness, whether it be a nail-biting finish,
Blues have tied it up again,
individual brilliance,
Daniel Wells just kicked 4 big ones,
or 2 teams going at it like prize fighters.
Revolts has saved the day for St Kilda.
The Crucial Quarter, Monday, only on Fox Footy.
Your wife called.
Oh. She seems nice.
Fun meets functionality with a new Motorola Razr V3X.
Hello, Moto.
This Father's Day, it's all about him at Harvey Norman. Shop now for your chance to slam dunk your way to the USA. Great gift ideas. Dad will enjoy an espresso from his Sunbeam coffee maker, only $68. Exclusive to Harvey Norman. Sunbeam's new release 4-burner barbecue, $7.99. And this HP Media Center desktop was hot at $19.97. But after $100 cash back, it's $18.97 and a downright bargain. Great deals, great prizes, including a family trip to the USA. Dad's Day is a winner at Harvey Norman.
Go!
And sleep. Wake up.
The Power of One premieres September 6. Fox Footy's Round 20 Plays of the Week begin with sheer guts.
Johnson in from the side.
Determination and strength take fourth spot. Captain Magpie flies a tree. Luke Hodges' perfect no-look hand pass sits at 2.
What a great handball.
But an 80-metre torp owns the top spot.
Oh, there's a mighty kick. That is a monster kick. What a goal that went through at post height.
Look, I'm wrapped. We got a top 4 spot, so nothing changed with the equation. The draw or a win, we still had to win next week. Exactly the same. So draw, we'll take the draw. And we're going for top 4 next week. So even if he won today, the equation was exactly the same.
It doesn't make any difference.
Doesn't make any difference at all. So I'm just relieved that we've come down here and we've still got a top 4 aspiration next week. So I just told the players we just got to move on. A one point win today doesn't make any difference, you know. So we're still after what we're after, and I'm happy with that. We'll shower up and get on Adelaide next week.
And when you're doing it as comfortably and in control as you blokes were early doors, and you know that you've got your future pretty much stitched up at that point in time, is it understandable the players might half take their foot off the pedal?
Oh no, I didn't think that they lifted. We were tied. You know, we just lost our run through the midfield, and they lifted. And credit to Geelong. Look, they're a good team. You know, their results they'd be disappointed this year, but they're not easy to beat down here. And they lifted, and we'll take the draw and move on to next week.
And you're looking at the good stuff that you did in the first 2.5 quarters. Your centre square clearance work was as good as the side's produced. Probably at any stage this year. You must have been wrapped with the way you're winning the ball.
Some good things today. There's no problems. And like I said, we move out of Geelong with our aim intact. That win next week, top 4. So
appreciate
the way we look at it.
Thanks for your time.
Good on you.
The 2006 Premiership season is brought to you by Toyota. Footy, oh what a feeling. Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning. Hungry Jacks, oh yeah. Tooheys Extra Dry, the clean, crisp taste. Harvey Norman, there's a store near you. And Motorola.
Hello, Moto.